All right, Jackboys 2 tier list. I'm sure I'm going to get a bunch of hate on this video because I seem to be the only person in the world that enjoys Jackboys, that loves Jackboys 2, that still plays it nonstop every single day since it's came out. If you're listening to this on a Friday when it's being released, yesterday, Travis Scott ended up releasing the full deluxe that included The Wizard, 110 South, and Trip Out. If you saw our reaction to The Wizard, I said in that video, Travis, please let me have this, bro. Let me have it. Don't copyright it. It got copyrighted within a couple hours, so it's still up. You can go watch it. My real reaction to the tracks isn't going to be in there, but I absolutely love the deluxe. I loved it. So I thought I've had enough time now. I've listened pretty much nonstop since it's released. So we're going to go through and put them into tiers. Now, not only are we going to put these into tiers, we're going to fully rank these within the tiers as well. So I didn't pre-write a list or anything. I kind of wanted to make this as authentic, I guess. I just wanted you guys to hear kind of my thought process as to how I am starting to rank these tracks in side by side within the same tier that I believe they're in. So yeah, man, let's get right to it. I'm going to go ahead and rank these and put them in tiers. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to go off of how they were already listed here. Hey, real quick, shout out to OWTTO Ottawa. I'm not even going to try. Shout out to you, bro, for making this tier list. So, okay, here we go. First track on here is Beep Beep. I have Beep Beep at B tier. I really, really enjoyed it. If you saw my reaction, the full Jackboys 2 reaction, which if you missed it, it is up now live on YouTube. You can go give it a watch. Super fun reaction. We did it on stream. We're going to be doing major releases on stream. So if you want to come out, that's in the bio Twitch description. But anyway, I thought that Beep Beep, it felt like one of those things. I said it right whenever I heard the song being played for about the first 30 seconds. I was like, this needs a Gunna feature really bad. It has that beautiful, laid back, calm type of production. I thought Sada Baby really killed it. I thought his feature was very, very impressive. I thought Travis's delivery was very, very smooth. I thought the best part of the track is the vibe of it to me. It's very calm. It's very laid back. In the reaction, I also said, I feel like I don't have enough money to be reacting to this track or to be listening to this track. Like, I feel like I need to be on a yacht, like sipping a pina colada with a bunch of models walking around to fully embrace this track. But Beep Beep, very, very good track. In the B tier for me. And look, I said it at the beginning of this video. I'll say it again. I enjoyed this album a lot. I'm just going to tell y'all that now. So a lot of these tracks are not going to be very, very low on this tier list. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. Champagne and Vacate. It's A tier. It's a beautiful intro. Well, technically Jackboys 2 Radio was intro. We're probably not even going to put it in we're not even going to rank it just because it was a skit interlude-esque, intro-esque. But Champagne and Vacate, I still don't really know how much I feel about the Waka. You know, I think at sometimes it kind of depends the mood I'm in. Like at sometimes I'll listen to it, especially in the gym, and I really, really love Flocka being on it. And other times when I'm just riding around, I kind of wish Flocka maybe was just turned down in the mixing, or it feels kind of extra sometimes. But the rapping performance from Travis was absolutely fantastic. Don Toliver was great. I think out of The Wizard, which we're going to talk to The Wizard when we get there, I think this was by far the best rapping performance from Travis Scott. This seems to be the only track that a lot of people, which seems to be everybody, a lot of people that don't enjoy the album still enjoy this track. So I think it's a great, great track. Waka, Don, Travis Scott, it's an A tier track for me. All right, Can't Stop. I'm going to have it down here at C. I thought it was fine. I think Future, first off, I wish Wally would have had a little bit more of a runtime on the track. But Don Toliver was really good in the track. Future was great in the track. It just kind of felt like your basic, generic Future Don Toliver performance. It's fine. It's not groundbreaking. You know, if I think there are much, much higher highs for Don Toliver on the album. When you look at something like No Comments or, you know, even Champagne and Vacay or 2000 Excursion, Don Toliver was great on that track as well. I just think this was the weaker point for both, not only Future, but only Don Toliver, because I thought Future on Where Was You was way better than he was on Can't Stop. I think Can't Stop's a fine track. It's going to be down in the tier list for me. Can't Stop, we'll put it in C. Dumbo, I have it in A tier. And actually, I actually have Dumbo ahead of Champagne and Vacay. I think Dumbo, I loved the production. I think this is my favorite instrumental throughout the entire track list. I love, what the hell? I don't even know what's going on. I love I don't really know what you call it. That synth-esque thing that feels like it's kind of just rotating through the headphones throughout the instrumental. I love the bridge where we get that very, very melodic Travis performance, toward the middle and end of the track. I love the very choppy flow that you get from Travis Scott throughout it. I feel like it fits the instrumental really, really well. Dumbo is one of my favorite Travis Scott songs already. It's probably my top 20, top 25. I love Dumbo. I really do. And it's also crazy that Travis Scott has a discography for me where I say Dumbo is one of my favorite tracks ever from Travis Scott, and I have it in the top 20. That's just how strong his discography is. But Dumbo, easily top 3 on the album for me. Florida Flow, I have it in B tier. Now, I'll say this. I don't enjoy the opening to the track as much as I enjoy the beat switch that we get for the majority of the track. I believe that opening instrumental you get's only, I think, like 30, 45 seconds, maybe even a minute of runtime. So it's a longer track because of the outro. And I love the outro, how he let it ride to end the track list, to end the album. I thought it was a great instrumental for that. I thought Travis Scott did really, really well. A very underrated rapping performance from Travis Scott on the track. Kodak Black, he came onto the track and was Kodak. And that's what I wanted. Kodak didn't try to do anything to switch anything up. He didn't do anything to, try to switch anything. You just got Kodak, Florida Flow. It feels like Florida. I really, really enjoy Florida Flow. I do have Beep Beep above it. So I Love My Bitch is, to me, the worst track on the album. I tried. When I heard it, they released it, I believe 2 months ago, they released the track, and I tried really hard to like it. I couldn't. I don't like Shaq West on hooks like that. I thought the Travis Scott rapping performance really couldn't save it for me. I can't get behind it. It's one of those tracks that I think I can understand why people like it. I can't get behind it. I just can't. I continue to listen to it. I'm going to continue to try. But at some point, I just got to say it's not a good song. It's a bad song. To me, I think it's the worst track on the entire album for me. Excuse me. Okay, Kick Out. I have it at A. Now, here's what I'll say about Kick Out. And I said this in the review. I said it in the reaction. I'm glad Travis Scott took out a majority of the 21 that we got on it. The original Kick Out from the album release was 21 just doing a lot. It was just too much. I would have rather just had, what I would have rather done on Kick Out originally was take out the ending beat switch that he had at the end and just had the 2 minutes that we had with no 21 on it, keep the same instrumental and then put a 21 verse at the end. Or cut your verse and then in half and then put 21 in the middle, however you wanted to do it. So I'm glad that he took out a lot of 21. And this isn't a 21 hate thing. I love 21. He just didn't fit. It felt he was doing the same thing Waka Flocka was doing, very Swamp Izzo-esque. I don't think 21 did a great job at that. So I still enjoy the track a lot, especially now that he took 21 out. I enjoy the original that we got, that he posted on his Instagram, whatnot. The original first 2 minutes, I don't really know how I feel about the back end of it, but the first part is just so strong for me. One of the best rapping performances from Travis Scott on the entire album as well. So Kick Out, to me, I really, really enjoyed it. Kick Out. MM3, you're not going to believe it. Before I rank this, I said it during the live reaction. I said it in the review. I'll say it again. Shout out to Sofago. I'm so happy for Sofago. I'm seeing on Twitter how much his monthly listeners are going up, how much, respect and praise Sofago is getting. And I'm happy for him because at one point in time, Sofago was getting called Mr. Washed and, the memes from Next Up and all that. It sucked for Sofago, and I said in the live album review, he needs a huge moment. And not only did he deliver, this is one of the best songs on the album to me. I think it is an A tier track. I am going to have a conversation here in a minute with myself that I might be able to put it above Kickout. That's how much I love MM3. It's very high energy. It's very Sofago. It just works. I'm glad it's just him. He carries the track. He doesn't need anybody else on the track. He carried it beautifully. The hook was great. Everything about it was great. Shout out to you, Sofago. Absolutely love that for him. MM3 was a great track. No comments. I have it at B tier. I probably actually have it above Florida Flow. I don't have it above Beep Beep. Don Toliver, it's just Don Toliver. And I said this a lot during the live reaction. I said it during my review as well. I feel like Don Toliver's entering this point for me where he's so established. He's such a great artist. It's one of those things that on a Jackboys album where the thing that sucks, but the reality is he kind of plays this backdoor role to Travis Scott, which I wish we would have seen a little bit more Don Toliver than we did. But Don Toliver, it's just one of those things where it's Don Toliver, and he's going to do what Don Toliver does, and it's going to work. It's just going to work. I thought the effects on his vocals throughout the middle of the track were great. The only thing I wish is that we would have got the drums earlier throughout the track, but it's Don Toliver. This is a bad review to this track. I just don't know what else you want me to say. It's Don Toliver, and it works. Outside, I have it in B tier as well. I actually probably do have it above Florida Flow. We'll conversate that one. But outside, the only knock on it is I think the hook was just too much. You get the hook in the beginning. You get the hook in the middle. Catching you a bitch outside. Like, I think it's fun. I get it. I think it was overused a little bit. I like the effects that Travis Scott did on his vocals throughout his verse, going super high, super low. It felt a little weird at times, but not weird enough for me to dislike it. I think he was still able to make it work. But the Young Boy feature was great. So happy to hear Young Boy, and I'm so happy to hear him on a Jackboys album. It felt like he needed to be there. I don't really know how to explain that, but he just feels like he fits the Jackboys to the aesthetic of it. I love that for Young Boy. I really enjoy the track, man. Really enjoy the track. Fun track. PBT, look, I have it at C. I do have it above Can't Stop, though. I do have it above Can't Stop. And here's why I have it that low. Guidance is one of my favorite Travis Scott songs ever. I love when he taps into that type of bag. We get that, when he collabed with Rosalia. Again, Guidance. He was just on a track. I don't want to misspeak. Let me look this up real quick. Who was that he was on that track with? Oh, Burna Boy. I really enjoyed that from Travis Scott. So these type of tracks I usually tend to enjoy. Maybe I just haven't been in the right setting for it. Tyler was by far the best track, the best part of the track. Vybz Kartel, I just think the energy was great, but it just, the beginning of the track is so laid back and so smooth, and then Vybz Kartel comes in and fully amplifies it. Like, if you want to make that a separate track almost, okay. I can't get fully behind it. I can't. Shine, it's just A, and you know what? I have it right here above Kickout. I get the memes. I get it. The swabbity wibbly wobbly wibble. I love it. I don't care. I do not care. I think it's so high energy. I love the instrumental. To me, Glorilla was the best feature throughout the entire project. She was perfect to go on it. It was fantastic. I thought Travis Scott's verse was great. Again, Glorilla was great. And let me tell y'all something about Shine. Here's what's going to happen. People are clowning on Shine and they don't like it. And you know what? If you don't like it, I guess I understand it. When Travis Scott performs this track for the first time, oh my God. When he has all of his fans in a stadium or wherever going, whoa, I'm telling y'all, it is going to be insane live. This song might be the best track, maybe outside of Champagne and Vacay. Shine will be the best track performing-wise on this tape. It's that good. And it fits the energy. It's so high energy. I don't know. I don't know how people don't like. I guess I do. I do kind of understand how people don't like it. Okay, where was you? I have it at A. Now, here's the thing. It's Future, Travis Scott, and Cardi. And when them three come together, they really just can't miss. They really can't. I thought that the best part of the track was Future, by far. I thought that, sorry, I got a notification. I thought Future was the best part of the track by far. Now, in my reaction, if you saw the reaction to the video, I said that, or I didn't say, but I thought the first like 45 seconds of the track was Cardi. But it ended up being Future when I went back. I was kind of embarrassed. Like, come on, bro, fuck. But Cardi was great on the hook. Not Don Toliver. Travis Scott was great in his feature. Future absolutely took over the track at the end. So it was it on a level as type shit? Probably not. I'm about to have a take that y'all may call me crazy for. I don't care. I don't think it was even as good as Charge Them Hoes a Fee from Music. I don't. But I thought it was very, very good. I thought it was very, very good. Velour or Velour, I still don't really know how to pronounce it. But Velour was good. And here's what I'll say. I think this was the best Shaq West performance. I think this was the best Shaq West performance throughout the entire album. He absolutely killed his verse on this track. Don Toliver did Don Toliver things. We're not going to go more about Don Toliver. Don Toliver was great. Velour, it feels like a fun track. I think Florida Flow can stay above it. After I put them all in a tier, I'm gonna go through and kind of actually rank them. But yeah, Velour was great. 110 South. Now again, now we're entering the deluxe tracks, and these outside the Wizard, which we're gonna get to the Wizard. But for Trip Out and 110 South, I haven't given them a lot of listen yet. 110 South, I probably have it right around here at C. I think it's good. Luxury Tax, it sucks for Luxury Tax because no matter what he would have done, it wouldn't have come close to Gang Gang from Jackboys 1. It just wasn't. His feature on there was just too good. But it was still good. Wally was good. The production was good. A good track. Okay, now here we go. This is where shit's going to get serious here. Not only is this the only track that is an S tier. None of these other tracks belong to be on the same tier that The Wizard does. Not only is The Wizard the best track on this album, I'm about to tell y'all, not only is The Wizard a top 10 Travis song ever, not only is The Wizard a top 5 Travis song ever, The Wizard is a top 3 Travis Scott song ever. It just is. It just is. It is perfect. Now, legitimately, the only bad part about it is the length. If we would have got another feature, I would have been having takes about this song that would have just, the music community would have hated me for. But I love the opening verse. I love I guess you want to call it hook, not really a hook, just the hums to get us into what I believe is one of the best, if not the best, Travis Scott verses of all time. That's how good The Wizard is. I think The Wizard, I saw that it was originally a Kid Cudi track that he gave to Travis. I would have loved to hear Kid Cudi on it. The Wizard is so good. It's so good. So good. The Wizard, the best track on the album. The only track that I can put in the S tier from the album. Not that these songs aren't great, because an A tier song is great. This song just needs to be on its own tier. It just does. Trip Out, Yeet and Shaq West. I have it in the B tier. I thought it was really good. The Yeet performance was great. Yeet brings that bell with him everywhere he goes. Huh? He just does. It super high energy, super fun, fits the Jackboys mold from the entire album. Not too much to say. I need to give it a lot more listens. You know, ever since the deluxe has dropped, it's just really been The Wizard on repeat for me. So I need to give Trip Out a lot more listens, but I really, really enjoyed it for the couple times that I've heard it. Trip Out. Contest. I don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't like it because of the Travis Scott. It's not nothing about Fago. It's nothing about the instrumental. It's nothing about Fago. I would have rather heard Travis taken himself off the track and somehow get Ken Carson. That would have just been, if contest would have been Fago and Ken, oh my God. But Travis Scott was trying, which I've said this about Travis. Travis Scott does the best job, I feel like, at molding himself into whatever the instrumental and whatever the feature is. He can kind of just be, what's that animal that not lizard, but chameleon. He can just kind of blend to go into whatever the vibe is throughout the track. It just didn't work here. It didn't work, but it's still, believe it or not, to me, it's still better than I Love My Bitch. I hate that track, but contest, it wasn't a great song to me. It wasn't good. 2000 Excursion, I have it actually probably, we'll rank them in a second. 2000 Excursion, I loved it. I loved the power instrumental. I loved the rapping performances from Travis and Sheck. I love the Don. I love Travis Scott at the end. The reason I don't have it higher, because you say, how do you love all that and you have it at B? It feels like a mess, and maybe it was meant to kind of be a mess. It just, I don't like how you open with the power instrumental, then you get to the Sheck and Travis verse, then you get back to the power instrumental, have Don, then get another Sheck and Travis verse, and then switch it back to the power instrumental to get Don, and then you close it on this super slow vibe from Travis Scott. It's not, I would have rather you just make these separate tracks. Like, have your 2000 Excursion with Travis and Sheck, and then have like a power remix, or could it like name it like 2 Powerful or some shit like that? I don't know. And then have, how it was at the opening of the track, and then Don Toliver. So, but it was still a good track. It wasn't a bad track by any means. Jackboys 2 Radio, we're not going to put into a tier. So now we're going to go through and kind of actually rank these things. The Wizard at 1, yes. Dumbo 2, yes. Champagne, Shine above Kickout, I believe so. I think I could put MM3 above Kickout. That's how much I enjoy Kickout, or MM3. I thought it was so good. It's so good. Kickout, Where Was You? Yes. Beep Beep, no comments. Outside. I think Florida Flow's a weird one for me, but I don't think I can put any of these other tracks in front of it. I don't think I can. So it's fine where it's at. I think I can put... No, I can't put 2000 Excursion above Trip Out. I think this tier is fine. And then PBT, Can't Stop. I would actually probably have PBT last in this tier. I get it. And it's, I can't get behind the Vibes Cartel. Not the Vibes Cartel feature or the verse or anything about it. It just didn't fit the vibe. It just didn't fit what he was going for. So that's the only reason I say that. But Tyler was so good in the track. And then you finish it with Contest and I Love My Bitch. I love the album.